Microcrystalline wax. Often referred to as Renaissance wax, thanks to the original brand formulated by the British Museum in the 1950s, microcrystalline wax is characterized by an extremely fine crystal structure, which gives increased flexibility and elasticity when dried, making it perfect for coating objects with inconsistent surfaces. When applied, it creates a tough, transparent coating that can be buffed to a shine if desired, which protects against moisture and contaminating elements in the surrounding atmosphere. For this reason, it is often used as a protective coating for objects in museum collections. However, once applied, microcrystalline wax is difficult to remove, particularly from porous surfaces, requiring the use of solvents to effectively remove it from an object's surface. For this reason, it is recommended that you only use microcrystalline wax on robust metal surfaces that are free of soiling and corrosion. In this video, we will demonstrate how to safely and effectively use microcrystalline wax to protect metal objects in your collection. Health and safety. Microcrystalline wax is blended with white spirit, which allows for easier application. However, as well as being flammable, white spirit contains approximately 0.1% benzene, which can be harmful if swallowed or if vapors are inhaled. Always use microcrystalline wax in a well-ventilated area and avoid direct contact with skin. When not in use, keep the lid on the container to avoid evaporation of solvent and minimize exposure. Ensure that there are copies of material safety data sheets available and that they have been read and understood by everyone prior to undertaking this task. When applying microcrystalline wax, you should aim to apply at least 2 coats. The first layer will act as the protective base, while subsequent layers can be buffed to a high shine. It is often best to apply a hot wax coat to your object first, to ensure that the wax sufficiently covers the surface of the object. But this should only be done on robust metal objects with no components that may be affected by gentle heat. To apply microcrystalline wax, you will need a jar of microcrystalline wax, a heat gun or hairdryer, a small container for decanting the wax. This is so that you do not have to keep the lid off of the wax for extended periods while you use it. A wooden lollipop stick or spatula for decanting, a clean microfiber cloth or cotton sheet for applying the wax, a further clean microfiber cloth for buffing, and clean nitrile gloves. Before you begin, ensure that the object is sufficiently supported and that you are wearing clean nitrile gloves. To hot wax, take your hairdryer or heat gun on the lowest setting and gently heat up one section of the object. It should be hot to touch, but not so hot that you cannot comfortably hold your hand on the surface of the object. If you are not hot waxing, skip to the next step. Apply a small amount of wax to the surface of the object using a soft, clean cloth. Gently rub the wax to distribute it evenly over the object's surface. You should not be able to see any white, waxy deposits. Once the wax has been applied, allow the solvents to evaporate for a few minutes until the wax is tacky but not dry. Once the solvents have evaporated, buff with a second clean cloth. Repeat until the entire surface of the object has been waxed. Remember to be methodical, working on small areas at a time to ensure that no area is missed. When the entire object has been waxed, continue to apply additional coats as necessary. Remember that you should aim to apply at least 2 coats and that only the first coat needs to be hot waxed if you are using this method. Waxing uneven surfaces. If parts of the object's surface are uneven, such as threads of screws, you can apply the wax using a clean brush with bristles of medium stiffness, similar to those that are used to buff and shine shoes. This will allow you to apply the wax to the harder to reach areas. Use a second clean brush or a clean microfiber cloth to buff the wax once the solvents have evaporated. Cloths used during waxing can quickly become soiled. Use a conservation-grade detergent in a washing machine on a hot wash to reduce soiling so that they may be used again. Brushes used for waxing can also be washed with detergent using hot water. Always ensure that brushes are thoroughly rinsed after washing and allowed to fully dry before using again.